That dude went off. 107 yards on 14 carries, 1 touchdown where he dove from the 5. I get it. He got real weird in that press conference afterwards, but I'm trying not to bring that up because, like, he even said at the end, he's like, you guys could write something negative, and I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be like, all right, well, you want to be weird, I'll be weird back. I want to be appreciative of the effort and the performance that he put on that field. And that is 107 yards off of 14 carries. His, in my opinion, best game as a Steeler. Start to finish, this dude was just absolutely dominant, running guys over, breaking tackles. His little move against a corner off the right side where he picked up 20 whatever, that was the first time all season long I watched Najee Harris make a guy miss. And I went, there it is. That's what we've been waiting for. You make that guy miss, you pick up 25 yards. And that's what he did. And I mean, all along, this was a great performance by Najee Harris. I'll ask you the question everybody's wondering this morning. Is this a performance that shows you, man, maybe the Pittsburgh Steelers should have rethought a $6.7 million evaluation for a guy that just literally took over the offense?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, we were talking about it whenever they did decline it. It's like, well, I think we saw it coming, but at the same time, why didn't you? I mean, even if Najee Harris does what he did the previous 3 seasons, in year 5, it's worth $6.7 million. I mean, you're probably not going to be able to re-sign him after that. And who knows how it goes down with, oh, he wants another contract before that 5th season starts. Again, that's all projecting. That's all speculation. What we know is they had an opportunity to extend him for 1 year. No muss, no fuss, $6 million for a running back who has been productive for the majority of his career. They should have done it. I mean, yesterday we saw end of the season Najee Harris in week 6, and that is the best thing that you could imagine if you're the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Basketball season is right around the corner, and there are few live events that make you feel as in the moment, and I get it, football season is probably one of them, where you feel like you're there, you're part of the action. Well, let me tell you about Gametime and how Gametime has this new feature called Gametime Picks that makes getting tickets to see your favorite teams play live even easier. Gametime Picks filter out the fluff to show you only incredible deals on great seats, so you don't have to waste time searching through thousands of tickets. I decided to jump on and see what Pittsburgh Steelers versus New York Jets tickets look like in primetime, and it took me 3 seats before they hit me with a great deal, telling me that not only are these probably the cheapest, but for the view, they may be the best deal that anybody can offer. Let me walk you through a couple of really nice things about Gametime. First, priority. Gametime Picks curates to make it easier to save more on sports, concerts, comedy, theater, etc. They give you all-in pricing, which means that this feature shows you the total upfront cost with no surprise fees at checkout, because that is the absolute worst thing about buying tickets. They give you seat views because nobody, and I mean nobody, wants to show up not knowing what their view of the stadium is going to look like. The lowest price guaranteed, or Gametime will credit you 110% of the difference. And Gametime ticket coverage, which means that your purchase is covered with the most flexible customer service policy in the ticketing industry. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Gametime Picks. Download the Gametime app, create an account, and use our code ALLSTEELERS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem the code ALLSTEELERS for $20 off. Download Gametime today. What time is it? Gametime. Yeah, I agree. I think it showed. I don't know if the Pittsburgh Steelers should have picked up a $6.7 million option. I don't know if that was the right move. Hindsight is always 20/20. And I think that the Pittsburgh Steelers have issues that are going to present themselves for years forward with this offensive line and the play calling and so on and so forth. And I don't know if Najee Harris fits into Arthur Smith's play call or if this was just a very good game. What I will say is that I do feel that if Najee Harris ends up in San Francisco, if Najee Harris ends up in LA or somewhere with just like an offensive coaching style that fits what he's capable of doing, we will be looking at this a year from now going, yeah, Najee Harris is a freak, man. Najee Harris is really good. Maybe the Pittsburgh Steelers hurt him more than they helped him. And I think that was evident here, is that when Najee Harris goes off, when you give him the opportunities, when you give him the holes, I mean, this is a guy that shows he's a first-round talent. And the Steelers have never given him an offensive line, ever. This is the best offensive line they've had with him, and it's still very bad. And they've never once, I mean, dude, his play callers were Matt Canada, Eddie Faulkner, Mike Sullivan, and now Arthur Smith. And I mean, they just never, you want to talk about never given an opportunity. They never gave him an opportunity. I was excited for what Najee did yesterday. I think Najee deserves more praise than he gets. I also think Najee is a guy that works a lot better outside of Pittsburgh. I also think there's no shot Najee Harris would come back to Pittsburgh after a game like that and would simply look at it and say, yeah, no, this is what I could do in a good offense. Maybe I should just go to a good offense, sign a 1-year deal, and then go get the bag somewhere, and then go get a boatload of money elsewhere because, well, look at this. I could do things, really good things on the football field, just not with a bad offensive line, no quarterback, and a bad offensive coordinator.